All right, so first time doing this, but I have a 1966 Plymouth Fury VIP with about 67,000 miles on it. I've had it for about a month, and I just finished putting front brakes on it, and I'm taking it for its first test drive. So I'm currently over here at Manassas Airport. Drives great. Matter of fact, when it's sitting and idling, you can't even tell it's running. It's like it's a hybrid or something. So that's kind of pretty cool. But it's 66 years old, so that, or I mean, it was built in 1966, so that makes it about 70 years old, if my math is correct. So it's a pretty old car. The cool thing about it, interior's in great condition, actually. It's all original. Needs some body work, but otherwise runs great. And I'll show you the car. So here it is, and let me zoom out here. Yeah, so it's a 66 Plymouth Fury VIP. It's got a 318 poly engine, which is the predecessor to the regular 318s. It's an A code engine instead of the L code engine. But it's got a 318, which is a 5.2 liter. It's got a vinyl top, 15-inch wheels. Obviously, it needs a paint job, but yeah, but body-wise, it's in good shape. No dents or anything, or very few dents, I should say. But it's in original condition. Looks like someone started doing body work on it and then kind of gave up. But the cool thing is the windows are down, and as you can tell, there's no posts between the front and rear doors. And part of the VIP package is the VIP badging, the simulated wood grain in the outside chrome trim. Like I said, the interior is all original, but it's in really good shape. It has, obviously it's a 4-door, which is not too popular, but I think it's cool because it's a 4-door. And it's one of the other options that the VIP had that the other Furies did not have, was the cigarette lighter in the back seat, which is kind of cool. And also the reading lamps in the back pillars that are, you can actually aim those. You can turn them on and off at your leisure, and then aim them for reading lights. It's got wheel skirts for the back wheels. Like I said, it's got the wood grain, the simulated wood grain in the trim. I believe it is currently, looks like single exhaust. Yeah, single exhaust. But as you can tell, the bumpers are in really good shape. I don't see a whole lot of pitting in the chrome. No huge dents or anything. Interior could use a little bit of work, but it's actually really good considering it's an all original. Nothing's really ever been done to it, and currently it looks like it's got about almost 64,000 miles on it. But once again, the interior is all original. Needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but all in all, not bad. Like I said, I just put not new front brakes, but I put new front wheel cylinders on both the front brakes. And I got to adjust them because it's pulling a little bit to the right. But as you can see, it's got the VIP badging all around. It's got the hood ornament, which is kind of cool. It's a 4-door, which I also think is kind of cool. And the engine has had some work done to it. I've got the receipts for all the work that has been done to the engine within the past few years. It's got a little bit of a coolant leak from the thermostat housing. I need to tighten those bolts down likely. But otherwise, it's got a little, like I said, a little 318 5.2 liter, little 2-barrel carburetor. I'll show you that. And then I'll start it up so you can hear it running. But the carburetor's brand new. I do have a 4-barrel carburetor for it in the trunk, and a plate for the 4-barrel that'll hook up to the current manifold. But it's definitely not a race car or anything. But it runs great. It's got if you brake people will notice, it's got a single pot master cylinder, which kind of freaks me out, because if any of the 4 wheel cylinders pop or the brake lines get cut or whatever, that means you're not going to have any brakes at all. Whereas in the mid-70s, they went from a single pot master cylinder to a dual pot, which is the front reservoir was for the front brakes and the rear reservoir was for the rear brakes, but they were separated so that if one, the front or the rear, started leaking brake fluid, you would still have, either the front or the rear brakes for some redundancy. So we'll go ahead and start it up and put the air cleaner back on. I see what you YouTube people talk about when you're trying to do things single-handedly while you're holding your phone. It's a little challenging, not too bad though. That's on there. And as you can tell, I am out at Manassas Airport, and it sounds like they're testing an airplane engine over there. So don't be surprised if you hear an explosion here in a few minutes. Start it up, which takes both hands because the ignition cylinder needs some help. And so I'm going to put this up here